moment. Takes like 20 seconds.
Good.
Nobody's here in the chat. It's fine. So as always, live streaming today. Another day. Just grateful to be alive to see another day. Hectic week. Hope you all have been doing well lately. Been having an okay day on my day off. Felt like it would be a little bit better had our water not been cut off. Yeah, that cheese. Yeah. There's that cheese. My water's cut off. They're running sewage, something. They're doing something. I just looked outside about a half hour ago. They popped open a fire hydrant and letting the water rush out. Something must have, I don't know. Something must have happened yesterday or something. I don't know. So yeah, it's great to wake up to that news. When you go to go to the bathroom, get ready to go wash your hands, and no water comes out the faucet of your bathroom sink. That's some cheese. But other than that, I've just been chilling. Did it's been a while, probably a little over a week now, I think. I did a Hajime Ippo reaction and review video for today. Uploaded it to the channel, but of course, those videos won't go up on the channel until I'm done with season 3. And I thought about uploading a couple of them this week, but I'm like, I'm not even close to being done with the season, so I have many episodes to go. So there's that, and I'm thinking about starting something else off to the side. And there's another anime that I gotta get back to. I watched 4 episodes of that, but again, once I can finalize that one, then I can upload to the channel. But there's another one that I want to start. I think it's fairly new though. Might be 3 episodes in, but so far hearing great things about it. So thinking about starting that, reacting to it, putting it here on the channel. We'll see what happens. But with that, give me a second. Now, I have, and again, I was going to ask this for anybody that was in the chat, but I'm going to put it here for the stream. I have 4 books of the volume books for the manga of Berserk. Pretty much wondering, should I, if I do it, should I do reaction videos of the manga each week? I know I did a little review of the first half of volume 1. I did finalize volume 1. Started a little bit of volume 2. But I can actually do recordings for the volumes the chapters in total. But as always, I am more concerned with the copyright stuff, because I don't want to put a video together, try to, I don't know, hide I've looked up on some content creators actually put up them actually reading the manga chapters, whether they're showing the actual chapters or not showing them, like whatever what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm just like if I want to do this, I would probably rather do it the way that I do my anime videos. Put them in the link through my Google, and then that way we can do it that way, and it'll be like, I would say 90+% a sure thing that, you know, be much safer for the channel, and still attach, like I'm starting to do, where I do my recording, telling people this is a reaction and review, the link in the comments, and then there will be a review attached to the rest of the videos. Probably do something like that, because like I said, I want to keep the channel as safe as I can be, because I've already had 2 strikes on the channel, roughly 2 years ago, I think. But I was for some Hunter x Hunter manga stuff, and that's how I found out that, you know, kind of not allowed to show pages of the manga, you know. So that's just something that I'm thinking about doing. So if you're watching this video, you're a subscriber to the channel, or new, and you want to subscribe to the channel, you're more than likely to join me in my channel. Let me know in the comment section of this live stream below, because I was thinking about doing a video, but I was like, I'm just gonna talk about it on the channel, on the stream. Like I said, I have the 4, right? And I feel like I want to do it that way and see how it goes. But that's the thing, a lot of times plenty of videos can be cool, but there are those few that you've done that some specific company or random person decides they want to claim your video and get the video blocked, and or getting your channel hit with a strike, and that's some cheat. So yeah, just something that was thinking about the past 48 hours, roughly 72, and like I said, I was thinking about doing a video, but I was just like, nah. Plus, having some personal stuff going on here at home that has pretty much mentally and definitely physically put me out of commission to do anything for the channel. Anything that I've already uploaded the past roughly 72 hours have been pre-records from the past weekend, so prior to what all I had to deal with all this week. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want rewatch this replay later, if that's what you would like me to do, because that's something that I'm probably gonna do, but just want to get feedback per that. And I'm also thinking about actually doing some live stream reaction videos for anime that I won't like react to how I normally do it. Set a timer to the side of the corner of the screen and just watch it on my TV with the sound on. Doing it that way. See what happens. Probably want to do that too. But with that, like I said, guys, I'm really hyped about these volumes. Like I said, I've read volume 1 already and a little bit of volume 2. Just a smidge, not much. Let me just double check here and see. I think it's just a smidge. Holding the books. I love the smell of books. I really love the smell of books. Actually, no, you know what I did? No, I did. I read. Let me see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 2 pages. Yeah. I think when I started volume 2, it was at night. I was getting sleepy. So that was like 2-3 days ago. Like any and everything that I've done. Well, actually, no, it was over the weekend. Anything after Sunday has just been like, yeah, it's been crappy for me. Trying to do what I need deal with what I'm dealing with here at home. And at work too. Work hasn't been that fun. But work kind of technically, unless you know you have a career or whatever it is, or you're in a specific job that you want to do, and it's joyous for you. The job that I've been doing, yeah, it hasn't been fun for me the past like 5 years. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be doing some other videos on the side as far as Berserk is concerned. Definitely was thinking about that, but I just want to come on here and do a live stream if anybody was available to come into the comments, chat with me for a little bit. But since nobody's here, just gonna dive into some stuff for the next, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. If nobody else shows within that time frame, then we'll just end the stream at where we're at. But definitely the first volume of the manga was great. I definitely different. There were like I said in the one video per my review of the first half of the manga, per the comparing it to the first episode of the anime, and even the end of movie 2 on Netflix, which I enjoyed all 3 movies. I think the last stream that I talked about, somebody had popped and saying that they didn't like the Netflix films, but I actually enjoyed the Netflix films. Animation was good, in my opinion. The voice actors, of course, they brought many of them back from the original cast. I think maybe all of them, really, to be honest, to reprise the roles for this 2012 trilogy film. I will definitely be rewatching those movies, because like I said, I'm going to be doing some videos and stuff like that per the original anime, because I got to rewatch the original anime again anyway. But Volume 1 was indeed a really great read. I liked that it was like the similarities for episode 1, like I talked in the video, that they were basically Guts saved Puck in the volume, the elf in the volume, but he saves the little girl in the barkeep of episode 1. I found that very, very interesting that they did that, right? I'm actually going to pull up some images, do that too while I'm live streaming here. Maybe this way this live stream can last a little bit longer than 30 plus minutes. And of course, like I said in the video, no relations to Puck from one of my favorite animes of all time, Re:Zero, Starting Life in Another World from Zero. Definitely has rewatch value. If you haven't seen Re:Zero, highly recommend this anime. It's really great. It's really dope. But again, Puck the elf, no relations to Puck from Re:Zero here. But with that, actually gotta go back. Like I said, Puck here. Interesting that they have Guts saving Puck here, but also too, I feel like it's interesting per their conversations, right? That they, Guts his demeanor had changed compared to, like there are similarities with Guts from the anime, right? But I could tell that Guts changed because again, episode 1 was a portion of it was it a portion or was it most of it was post Griffith becoming king, and they just threw that, they threw that in there. But like I said, the little girl here, Guts saving her, like I said, just the similarities were there for that, but like I said, Guts he changed per the post-apocalyptic deity rule that has been applied. Like Guts changed, and per the conversations with Puck here, where he says to Puck, let's see, I think it's right here. No, not there. Not there. Actually, this volume? Yes, volume. Give me a moment while I find it. Because he had said something interesting to Puck. When he was conversating, it was more like saying, like, stay away from me, don't bother me. He definitely does say, like, I'll squish you, this, that, and the third, right? Trying to find it, because it definitely goes down. And, like, that's the thing, like, Guts, like, it cracks me up even in the manga that, you know, when he's swinging his sword so much, and that's the thing that I did like about the anime. Like, they definitely showed his weapon deteriorating over time, because again, if you use a specific weapon or something like that, it definitely, like, for a fact, even back then, constantly using your weapon, you're gonna need to tend to it and clean it and keep it as sharp as possible, but eventually that weapon is gonna end up breaking. And you know, I love the fact that they kept that true to those times back then. Let's see here. He had said something to Puck. Trying to find it without showing it on the screen, so that the stream doesn't get taken away. Yeah, so it was earlier in the volume. They were talking about how, you know, Puck was just around Guts. More than likely, of course, I felt like Puck was with him because he knew that Guts could protect, you know, Puck could be protected by Guts, right? And but at the same time, Puck, because I'm going to talk about this in the video too, Puck can sense Guts' emotions. Talks about it, he says his emotions are pouring out into me, my chest is burning. Talks about how he could tell that Guts had a lot of anger, fear, and I don't want to say confusion, but he just wasn't, like, sure of himself, if I remember the readings for the pages, right? Rage, sadness, and fear. Just a whole bunch of emotions wrapped into this person. Again, this is post Griffith becoming king, and Puck even says it's all mixed together, so dark, and there's something even deeper than that. And I sat back and I'm like, yo, like, that is probably more than like foreshadowing for something to come. Probably not in these early volumes, but definitely later on, that I'm looking forward to. Because again, this is my first time reading the manga. Like I said, I've only read the first volume and just the first, like, 2.5 pages of volume 2. I would have done more reading, more than likely ran through all the rest of these volumes that I have here, had I not been busy. I'm also trying to read the Trigon manga too on the side, so I can have some other videos to talk about too. But Guts does say something specific, because again, this is post, keep saying it's post Griffith becoming king to Puck, because he calls Puck literally to his face, like, and that's the thing. Gus is always been very blunt about how he feels, his responses. Guts, like myself, is an introvert. He, very quiet. When he speaks, it's specific, in a specific tone, speaking his mind. It's just I definitely know for sure that he got comfortable with the Band of the Hawk. Of course with Griffith, of course with Casca. Definitely with Casca. And they, like I said in my reaction to the film, the Blood of the Ark film 3 on Netflix, like, they didn't hold back at all. They didn't even hold back in film 2 with Griffith and the Princess. So for both, like, and that's the thing. That's the other thing that I gotta put a video together about those two scenes, between Griffith and the Princess's scene, comparing it to Guts and Casca's scene. Two very different things that went on, that are just like very just interesting and intriguing. But with that, like I said, Guts, he tells Puck, like, to Puck's face, you're weak, you're weakling, like, you can't defend yourself, this, that, and the third. Anybody who can't do it, they might as well, he says if someone can't live their life the way that they please, they might as well die. But prior to even that, he says to Puck, anyone who dies because they get caught up in someone else's fight is a small fry, who doesn't have the strength to survive in the first place. When Guts says that to Puck, I feel like him making that statement is him talking to himself. Because when I'm comparing Griffith's mindset after Guts officially left, and that's why I keep saying, like, I gotta prepare to do these videos comparing, like, the films to the actual anime. Two different versions of Guts and Griffith per the films and the anime were just, like, really dope to me. And like I said, with Guts saying this to Puck about being a small fry, somebody who can't defend themselves, might as well die, that Guts, like I said, was saying that to himself. Because, again, the end of the anime in episode 25 or 26, and even in the film, which, again, by the way, they kept that ending. I thought that they were going to change the ending, but they kept everything. Now maybe, I don't know, because I don't know if the manga itself is doing the same thing where it's the post Griffith stuff and then we jump into the past. Probably, maybe, possibly. That's what I'm going to be coming into. No spoilers, of course, because I wanna be able to experience this. And then, like I said, if I do decide, because I'm highly considering, really 95+% sure that I'm going to be doing these reaction manga videos, then attach it to through the link, and then have the review and my thoughts of the specific volume. That Guts, he lost my train of thought. He says this to Puck. He's speaking to himself. Same thing with the anime and the film, that they lose practically everybody. Band of the Hawk is demolished, except for the little boy. I forgot his name. He's the other one that survived. The Skull Knight in the film is there. That was interesting too, for the movie, that he comes in to actually help Guts, because I was wondering that too. because I think that the people who did the films on Netflix did a much better job per the ending of the anime, because that the way that they just ended it, and you're just like sitting there again per the original anime from '97. You're thinking, how the heck did Guts get to the post section? You know, he has his right eyes, can't use his right eye. Found out about that, and he, you know, like I said, he lose the band of the Hawk. Of course, Guts loses Griffith. Griffith accepts being the new king, new demon king, of the world. And I do like the fact that Zod and the Skull Knight were fighting outside. But like I said, the one little boy survived, so that would have been traumatic for him. I think he wouldn't have been able to really do anything. None of them really could do anything for Gus was really the only one that was really fighting. The bum Corcus, of course, he went out the way that he did. Casca could only do but so much until, of course, that ending happened. And I just, like I said, I sit back, and Guts is just like, I feel like he might be even blaming himself for what occurred, probably thinking like how he couldn't have gotten to, like he probably was thinking like, man, I wish I was a few seconds earlier to be able to get to Griffith when he was sitting in the water there. But at the same time, that whole, just leading into where, you know, everything happened and they went into that other dimensional world to then begin the process of turning Griffith to Demon King, that Guts, it still would have went the way that it did. Like, it's not like, I personally think, like, it's not like it wasn't going to happen. I feel like, but then again, I don't know. Maybe I might retract what I just said. The egg was in the water. Of course, what are the odds that the egg gets there? The egg probably wouldn't, but that's the thing. Egg could probably popped up anywhere. It's because it's connected to Griffith. So I feel like I can sort of retract my statement, but keep a little bit of it. So even though the egg was there in the water when Griffith got there and landed in there, doesn't necessarily mean that the egg wouldn't have shown up somewhere else had Guts gotten to Griffith in time before he picked up the egg, and, you know, go about it, you know, try to get him out of the water and take him somewhere else. I feel like the egg would basically just be like tracking and following them until it got into Griffith's hand to be able to activate. So I feel like, if anything, the ending of the anime, including the movie, that it would have just been delaying the inevitable of Griffith becoming, you know, the king. So again, Guts just blames himself. That's from what I'm taking from this page, when he's talking to Puck. And I think that, you know, he just, like Puck said, something deeper. And I'm curious, wondering what that deepness is. Really, really curious. You know, Guts in the anime, 97, and in the film, the movies, I could tell that he was really wrestling with himself. He intentionally left because he was getting comfortable. He knew that he was changing. He didn't like that. And I understand, because, you know, I feel like his own comfortability is not being, like I said, because Gus is an introvert, not being around specific people all the time. That can be draining, because you do need time to yourself. Extroverts need time to themselves. Either way, everybody needs time to themselves to recharge, rejuvenate, clear their minds however they can. If you can, I was just talking to my best friend this morning, and she was saying that she was depressed and stuff like that. I just told her, like, because she said it. She was like, I need to go find somewhere to be by myself. Now, initially for me, I'm thinking like maybe I should invite myself to go with her, but I know me. I'm like, well, I don't never want to intrude on somebody's space. And in that moment, I was just like, definitely, I supported her. Definitely go find your space, go chill out, do whatever it is you need to do to find your peace, because that's what you deserve. That's what I told her. And I could have, like I said, I could have easily said like, hey, well, I know me, I'll ask. I won't just be like, I'm just gonna come. I'm not gonna do that. I would ask, because if I ask to come with you and you say no, cool. I'm not even gonna be like, well, why not, and question it. I don't do that. So even if I did say like, hey, would you mind some company? Would you mind me joining you? I literally do say in that same sentence, if not, it's totally fine. It's just small percentage of me would like to just be with you. If you want just an extra person there with you. But like I said, I'm just like in that instant is me thinking like maybe I can join her. I was just like, well, you know what? No, I'm gonna hold off. I'm just gonna just encourage her to go do that, because it's beneficial. So for Guts, sort of the same thing for him. He needs to be away from folks. He needs to be in his own space. And like I said, I understand that he got comfortable. He was changing. All of them were. At least most of the band were, as time went on. If anybody's still watching this video, replay, whatever, you can let me know in the comments. What roughly up to 5 or 3 to 5 years had passed since Guts had been with them. I want to say 2 for sure, but I want to add an extra year. Because I know, I believe like 6 months to a year had passed since, no, it was a year since Guts had left them. So in total, it had to be like 3.5 years, right? But somebody can let me know in the comment section for sure what the actual time frame was. From the time that Guts met the Band of the Hawk, like Griffin and them, until the time that everything occurred at the end of the anime, and roughly into the post-apocalyptic stuff. So, with that, Guts got comfortable. It's not who he is. He's not a people person. And us introverts, we can literally hold some really great conversations with people, whether they're introverts or extroverts. We can do that. But at the end of the day, do we really want to? Not really. It's literally, we're only doing it because we at that moment in time, it's something that we have to do for the situation. But me, I'm just like, if like when I'm at work, once I'm done doing something specific, I go find my quiet little space that I have at my job, and I'm just in there chilling until I have to leave that room. If I don't have to leave that room, I'm not getting up to go find something to do. So that's just who I am as a person. For Guts, I feel like for him, when he's even with the Band of the Hawk, he doesn't go and find people to have conversations with, do stuff. He's just gonna be chilling. So again, because he got comfortable, because he was literally with specific people, because he didn't hang around the group. From what I could tell, he didn't hang around them a lot. Trying to pull up a different picture here. He didn't hang around them a lot. Actually, I don't think I have another picture. Let's use this one here. I don't mind. So yeah, he Guts doesn't have again, he doesn't have too many friends or associates. He's just with the group. He just, like I said, he just told Casca, Casca could see it in his face when he's standing in the snow. She could tell, like, she asked him, like, she doesn't ask him, but she's like, you're leaving, aren't, and he without him really even responding. If I remember, I don't think he even said yes. I think he just stood there with that look on his face of not denying the statement. He just felt like that it was time, because he had been with them for roughly 2 years or whatever, however long, and he needed to leave, because again, he got comfortable. He felt like he was changing. He felt like he wasn't being the Gus that he normally would be, on his own, a loner. I'm a loner, Dottie, like Pee Wee Herman said in the movie, in the Pee Wee Herman movie. If you haven't watched any of the Pee Wee Herman movies, go check them out. They're dope. But yeah, I understand. Like, you need to just not be around people, even specific people. So that's why I'm saying that it was just a must that Guts left. He left the crew. He went about his business for a year, because it was just a lot of stuff that was built up, and I honestly believe that he blamed Griffith for what occurred with the general and his son. Because again, like I said, I feel like he was already considering leaving anyway, but that was the last straw for him. He's like, I gotta get out of here, because I did this per Griffith's instructions, and this is gonna be with me for the rest of my life, and it still is, per what I've read so far. And that just piles on to everything else that's going on with Guts, per the end of the anime, the movies, and stuff like that. So yeah, I am definitely interested into seeing how this manga plays out. Curious, wondering if Guts will stick and stay, and or the new mental attributes and reactions and responses to specific things per these post-apocalyptic stuff in these pages of this manga. Like I said, once I dive into the manga some more, and do these videos and push them out, and then do my reviews and stuff, yeah, it's gonna get real interesting. Because again, the first volume and a couple pages definitely gotten interesting already. Also interesting too that I think I talked about this in the one video that I did, or the volume thing that I did, volume 1, that per the apostle, they coined him in the manga, but they didn't. I don't think they gave him a title in the original anime. That he was actually wearing a bailiff in the manga. I think it was in the manga. Was it? No. It was in the original anime. But he wasn't wearing it in the manga. So it was something that they decided to add. So I think they did that though, just to kind of just like foreshadow what was to come, per the actual episodes of the original anime from '97, which is a nice touch, to be honest. I think that was actually a good idea, so that the fans could be like, oh well, what's that? What does he mean by that? But it was just interesting. Again, I still say that it's interesting that they talked about that in episode 1. We get everything happening from episode, I think 23 or 24 and forward. But it's the extra stuff after everything that you're curious about. Of course, the only way you can find out is for the manga. It's just, I just wish that, I think I talked about this in my videos, is that I wish that they would have actually, I think it was in the live stream, the last movie, where they probably were like, yeah, we got these episodes, we want to push them out back in 97 or not, whatever, when they were talking about maybe 95, 96, 94, whichever, like those 2 or 3 years leading up to 97 when the anime got pushed out, that they were hopeful that this would do what it needs to do, the numbers and stuff, and it just, like, maybe it did, maybe I have to look it up because I don't know, and then maybe somebody can tell me in the comments, but maybe it didn't fully reach the numbers that they wanted and they couldn't give us a second season. Maybe the company just thought that it didn't meet the expectations. Just like, we're just not going to let y'all do another season, we're just going to have y'all do something else, probably let some people go and hire some new folks, and then they just do something else, branch off. That Sean from the DBZ world, he was in the original and brought back for the films, which was great to him reprise that specific character role. That's cool, because like I said, when I was watching the anime, and I was like, is that Goku? I was watching the 97 version. If you haven't seen my reaction to that, I was like, is that Goku? Check that out here on the channel. So yeah, guys, I'm curious about these volumes. I can't wait. I'm probably going to end up reading volume 2 next, because I actually have to do a video for volume for the second half of volume 1, because that was interesting. So, and I will, like I said, I'm probably going to be doing these reaction videos for the manga, put them in the link, and then that way we can actually just like read together and talk about some things. So with that, nobody's here. It's almost been 50 minutes per the stream. It's almost been an hour, which is fine. But these are my initial thoughts, guys. What I've been thinking about. Looking forward to reading the rest of these mangas, and I'm looking forward to finding out what's going to be coming down the line for this manga. I can't wait. But with that, if you watched this entire stream, if you haven't, whichever, but if you watched some of it, like I said, leave some comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Let's talk about some things. I can't wait for this journey, the rest of this journey in the manga. I'm looking forward to it, and I can't wait to just rewatch the anime, original, and the films too. Like I said, I got some videos I gotta put together. But with that, I will hopefully talk to you all next time with another stream or